Hey, so last night was crazy. Basically, this guy tried to kill me and possibly my friends, then ran off into the night. The end. But here's the entire story. So basically, I drove Nick, Damien, and myself to Wawa so Damien could get the donut he really wanted. But when we got there, they were out. So we Googled it, and there was a Dunkin' Donuts down the street that was still open, so we left Wawa to go to it. So we're driving, and all of a sudden, this guy tried rushing across the dark, busy street on his bike. I assumed he'd stop in the medium like a sane person, but I was wrong. Thankfully, I had seen him from a little bit back, so I was ready to slow down and stop. So when he tried to bike in front of me, I stopped so as to not hit him, but thankfully he also stopped. So when we're both stopped, I thought he was mad, but telling me to pass on. So I went on, and Nick told me that he was actually screaming at me and flicking me off right after I started driving. So I brushed it off, and we went to the parking lot for Dunkin' Donuts. I'm not even fully parked yet when Nick goes, Zach, don't stop the car, keep going, leave. I didn't know why, so I brake the car mid-park, and I see the guy who was on his bike to the right of my car. He's like this 40 to 50-year-old white man on a bicycle with several LED lights on it. He had grayish, black shaved hair, a round but not fat face with a rounded but not big nose, a dark blue baseball cap, and a dark blue hoodie, and blue jeans. He started screaming at us, and I completely froze up because nothing like this had happened to me before. I figured if I stayed in the car, he'd yell at me and leave, though. I was wrong. He started yelling, punching, and kicking the car, and then stabbed my back right tire. He then gave us a final F you, flicked us off, then left. Damien hops out of the car, he was sitting in the back right seat, and runs out to the Dunkin' Donuts to try and get them to help. But apparently, Google had their hours wrong, so they were actually closed. Nick gets out of the passenger seat and stands outside the car next to it, deciding what to do now that the crazy guy's leaving on the opposite side of the car. So I get out of the car and I yell, "Dude, what the hell?" And he starts screaming expletives at us again and saying, "Oh, you want to fight? You want to start something?" Then gets off his bike and starts running at me with his knife. He clearly was about to try to come kill me. So I jump back in the car and quickly close and lock my door. Then I pass Nick the pepper spray because he's standing right outside the passenger seat on the other side of the car so he can safely use it on the man. And when the guy sees I closed my door, he changed directions and starts stabbing my front left tire, the one right outside the driver's door, and starts yelling at us again, then gets on his bike and leaves. So I call the cops and tell them what happened. When they arrived, they sent out like 10 cop cars searching the area for this man, but they didn't find him that night. I'm not sure if they're going to find him later, though. They had me fill out this form saying what happened and whatnot, and I pointed out that Dunkin' Donuts has a camera pointing right at where this all happened, so they said that their detectives will try to get footage of it. So if they get it and I'm allowed to have a copy, I'll try to post it. But yeah, that's what happened on my Christmas Eve's Eve. Anyways, Merry Christmas.